Hi, I'm Chris Martirano here with American Music and Sound and our great friends at Kraft Music, the home of those fantastic bundles, offering amazing value. I'm here to show you the Kurzweil SP6. This is an amazing instrument weighing in at only 27 pounds. Featuring the entire 2-gig sound set from Kurzweil's Forte SE. In fact, they share compatible formats, such that you can even load Forte SE patches directly into the instrument. I'm going to be showing you some of the features. The design goal was to make an easy-to-use instrument with a lot of flexibility and to offer power to the power users that want to edit through iOS, Mac, and PC editors. The local instrument just features parameters that deal with the patches that you're playing and the multis that you put together. So we're going to dig in and look at what the instrument has to offer. The SP6 features 128 notes of polyphony and a hammer-weighted action that feels great under your fingers. There's no aftertouch, but the instrument responds to all the physical controls on board, of which there's 4 knobs and a matrix of 3 different menu rows for a total of 12 virtual controls. Then you have pedal inputs in the back, of course, your mod and pitch wheel, you have transpose on the front block, and you also have a variation button. The instrument also features these favorites buttons that allow you to save your favorite combinations or single patches. And for those of you that ever want to audition the instrument, of course, every sound has its own demo. So very, very cool instrument. 27 pounds. I have to say it a few times during this video because this is a first for Kurzweil. Of course, they didn't cheap on the outputs. They're balanced outputs. Very, very clean signal flow. In fact, there's 32-bit DACs for those tech heads out there that might want to know. And the instrument features the legendary KDFX effects with 32 effects units, meaning that there's a lot of effects horsepower under the hood. Let's listen to what it sounds like. Okay, you've just heard some of the great sounds. Let's take a look at how the instrument operates. Again, very simple to use instrument. You have a section here on the left that features your real-time controls. You have 4 different zones, and you have switches to turn the zones on and off. And then you have this matrix of 3 different rows of text telling you what these knobs do. They're dedicated so that you always know what to expect. For example, on the bottom row, the first 2 control the effect on the program. It might be chorus if it's an electric piano, or tremolo, or it might be some filter sweep on an analog program. Then you have delay and reverb. Again, always guaranteed to be on that bottom row. The next row up will feature envelope control on the last 2 knobs, and filter control, could be filter and resonance. And then the very top row controls your balance, in this case if you're doing a multi between your 4 zones. If you're in a single program, it might be additional parameters that you can assign as the user. So if you decide in your program you want a specific effect to be on that knob, it's really easy to assign. The instrument interface is straight ahead. You have a category select section here, very clearly labeled, or you can do numeric entry directly by hitting the keypad button and typing a number in. This is also used for naming. When you create a program and you save it and you want to name it, you have the full alphanumeric keypad to type in the name. Very handy rather than scrolling through a bunch of characters with a knob. In the center area, you have your favorites buttons that allow you to then just press a button and get either a multi or a program. I put what I'm using there most often. If I'm doing a church gig, I'll put the sounds that I want to use for that. If I'm doing a club date, I might put my famous KB3 organ patches there and some of those stellar new pianos. Specifically, I love the German Grand. There's also a Japanese piano that's amazing. So at any rate, this is very handy. So if you want to edit, there's an edit button. You press edit, you're presented with the number of pages in the upper right-hand corner. You step through them and you can see what parameters you can change. You might want to address your arpeggiator, of which there's 4. One can be assigned per zone when you're doing a multi, or you can use it in a single program. Very simple to operate. If I want to make an adjustment to this program, I can step over to page 4, and I can see all of the parameters that affect this program just by scrolling down the list. If I want to make a change to those assignments, I can just scroll over to the parameter and change the value, or change the actual assignment of what's controlling it. Very simple, and I think they did a beautiful job of making this easy to operate. In case you were wondering, the instrument features the full-blown KB3 mode. The knobs are used on each of these pages to address the 9 drawbars. You can also turn on and off key click, percussion, etc., and then dial in the organ of your choice. Again, if you're looking for the editors, there'll be editors for iOS, for Mac and PC, that will allow you all the way into the deep heart of vast editing. So you can tweak your heart out. If you're looking for an excellent MIDI controller with weighted keys, the SP6 is ideal. It features both USB A and B ports on the back. You can save your programs, anything that you're doing, your MIDI configurations, to a thumb drive. Or in fact, if you connect it to your computer, you'll see a virtual drive appear where you can drag files or drag your configurations back and forth and load them into the instrument. Very, very cool. So there you have it, Kurzweil's SP6, lightweight 27-pound instrument with tons of functionality, 2 gigs of sound, 128 voice polyphony, killer effects, and an instrument that you'll love to play because the keyboard action feels amazing. If you have any questions or you need more information, contact Kraft Music. I'm Chris Martirano, and thanks again for watching.